Hi everyone, it's Daniella and welcome back to my channel. We are now at the part where we put the pages in the book, we decorate the cover, and this book is done. There was not a lot of, these are upside down, there was not a lot of embellishing to do because of all of the flips and flaps and such. So I didn't think to do a movie just on that. As I put the pages in, you'll see there's just a little this, a little that. It could be whatever you would like. But before we get to putting them in, we have to get everything else straightened out. So I added this Merry Christmas. It was from a piece of paper to the front of the card. And we are going to put like a berry flower thing here and here with ribbon so we can tie this in a bow. And over here I finished the pull down waterfall by all I did was add paper to the top. Ta-da! Going back. Ta-da! And that will flatten over just time from it sitting. Where did I put? Here it is. I just wanted to show you the paper that I have left. Here it is. This many pieces that are only that big. A couple of thin strips. And then this, which is not even 2 inches, I think. No, it's about 2 inches. So that's it. And barely made it is what I'm saying. As you saw at the bottom of these, this is a whole piece, right? This is a whole piece. This is a whole piece. Uh-oh, do we have enough? Whole piece, but wait. Had to add a strip on the top. This went with the Merry Christmas. And then the very last page is just this little teeny piece. I put a larger piece of paper on the bottom to cover that paper. Oh, I also put paper on the slidey part. So that's what we have there. So to put the pages in the book, here's what we need to do. Or, like I always keep saying, this is how I do it. I happen to use score tape. I use 3/8 of an inch score tape for this because these hinges are 1/2 of an inch, and using 3/8 of an inch leaves me 1/8 of an inch because you cannot put your pages all the way to the bottom. Let me zoom in, make this a lot longer than it needs to be because that's just how I roll and how I do. Okay, so move you. You see we have this hinge here. Yeah, hinge. And you know that we left these pages open in the middle. Always make sure you know you have the actual middle because when you get a lot of flips and flaps and pockets and such, I've done it. Put it, see, all the way through. So you just want to slip your page. I already checked mine and mine fit. Of course, now I'm going to look stupid. There we go, and here we go. So the page fits, but the page needs room. If it's flat down, it's not going to go all the way down. You have to leave the hinge like 1/8 of an inch of room, and then that allows the page to flatten, allows the hinge to flatten as well. So when you use 3/8 of an inch score tape, and you do it on the top, not at the bottom, then you're already left with an cleared 1/8 of an inch on the bottom. If you don't have score tape, if you don't want to use score tape because you want to be careful, use glue by all means. And if it's your first time, you might want to use glue. I'm pressing all of my guys down, giving them there another good press, you know, like I've been saying. Gotta make sure you keep it, you know, moving. I'm just moving it over now as much as I can, so this way I'm able to show you as best as I can. So take your scored tape, trying to stay in frame, and you're going to put it on both sides. At the tippy top, you don't want to go above the tippy top because you don't want it to make your pocket sticky, but you don't want to go much lower than the tippy top, or else you won't have that nice cheat of 1/8 of an inch. And I've told you guys a million times, I am a chicken. Trying to make sure I'm good for you. Okay. One side, the other side. Put my tape at the top, not too far. Don't want a sticky pocket. Putting your inserts in and being like, hey, what's up? Okay. And cut. Awesome. Next one. And some people do, and I will explain why I don't. They just wrap this one piece all the way around from front to back. I don't do it that way. That's what I was getting at by saying I was chicken. Okay. Lost what I was saying there. All right. I don't do it because I am a chicken, and I will show you the way that I remove the backing off of the tape when I put my pages in the book. So I'm just going to finish doing this. I'll fast forward and I will see you in a minute to start with page 1. Okay, there you go. It is all the tape is on. Now we want to make sure that we give it another good press to be sure that it's all down, because that'll make the backing come off much easier. So let's get our, put this guy away, get our score tool, get whatever you want. And just once again, give everybody a good press. We're going to be moving them back and forth as it is, so now it's a good time to get them moving again. There we go. This guy. And then we go him and him. This one and that one. Okay. Knife, tape knife. Page 1. Okay. I hope I'm not too close, but I hope I'm close enough for you to see. So here's what happens. I take only a little teeny piece of this tape off because I am a coward when it comes to taping things down. That's why if you're new, glue is good because it gives you extra time. You just have to hold it so this way it doesn't slip to the bottom. Speaking of which, I'm slipping it in from the bottom. And remember, our hinge is 6 inches and our pages are 6 1/8. Make sure the other side's in. Yes, okay. So now you see the white. I'm going to go past the white. Just past it. Do you see? Just past it. It's hard to do while showing you. Push up here because that's sticky. We like where this guy is, and all of the rest of the pages we will match up to this page with each page. Our first one is the guide for everyone. Sometimes the tape at the end gets a little persnickety, as it were. Give it a little press. Excellent. Fabulous. Flip it. Now, I've seen a lot of people use this groovy hook tool. Where did I put mine? To remove the backing off the tape. I can't figure that out. But what it is good for is getting the backing out of the other side. See? Awesome. Of the page. Once again, we have to make sure that we're good with our 1/8 of an inch at the bottom. Sometimes at the end it gets weird. Didn't I just say that? It can end up stuck in, not stuck, it'll rip and you have to pick it out with that picky tool. Okay, got it all done. One page in. Press, press. Ta-da! I feel like a hero. So proud. Okay, let's do page 2. The same exact way. Be a chicken, safety first, right? Stay. Take page 2, get your middle. You can ensure we're all good in the camera. Middle, put it on. I like to go from the bottom, but sometimes it doesn't want to be a helper. It wants to be a pain. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Go from the top. Make me nervous. Not cool, dude. Okay. So here's what I'm saying about matching. We want to make sure that our page is lined up with this page, meaning that the top and the bottom are even. This guy's got to be moved down a little bit more, but that's okay as long as, there we go. As long as they're even, we'll get to that in a second. As long as they're even up and down, and I can see that they are. So, there we go. Okay, let's push this part down where we remove the backing. Keep it pushed down while you pull so that you leave that itty bitty bit that you can see there. This. I hope you can see it. This is the page. Here, this is the 1/8 of an inch. Bag it back out again. Okay. I got a little piece of the tape stuck at the bottom because it ripped, or did I get it? And press down. There it is. Just this little teeny, stupid little bit. But that happens. This little bit wants to just mess with you. Something's got to mess with you when you make stuff, doesn't it? Or at least it does here. Okay. Fixed myself. Showed you the 1/8 of an inch. We already measured for proper up and downness. We are still good. We're still good. And now we, nope, not yet. Down a little bit more. There we go. Press. Press, 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 and flip. Okay. Get out this wacky little tool. Eek, I have a little bit peeking out. Oh no. It's not a big deal. I'll try to push them down. Like I ripped it again. I'll try to push the page down, or else afterwards you can get it with a glue eraser. Those big triangular ones. You know what I mean? This tool is from a Cricut toolkit. And look, the bottom of it falls off all the time. I don't even use the Cricut anymore. Oh no. Something just takes some of the joy away for me when, you know, I don't get to design it myself. What I do want though is a scan and cut, because I fussy cut like a weirdo. You guys know it, as I've just told you. Perfect. See, we're able to push down a little bit and get over the stickiness. This page is done. Anyway, yeah, I would rather not have to fussy cut. If I could not do that, I'd rather something else did it for me. Okay, that guy's done. Next. And with a lot of things, I tell you, okay, I'll fast forward. I won't do that with this. Just so you see how it all plays out. Because it is, like I said, it's a slightly challenging, but it's not the worst thing. It's fine. Just got to mess with it a little bit. Like right now, look, I've got 87 layers here, and I'm trying to find the middle. Middle. Middle and down. Eek. There we go. And there's the dog. Spike! Shh! I think I'm getting a delivery, so I don't think he's going to stay shushed. Shh! Good boy. Shush. Got me off my game, man. Tore the Spike. Okay, it was FedEx. Sometimes he makes me wonder if he thinks we're being robbed. I get deliveries all the time. All the time. This is when I'm like not the greatest with this hook thing. It's like right now where I have to fish it out. Oh boy. See, I don't want to edit for 75 years. I have to edit right now, fast forwarding through so many bits of this and all of that, and editing. Look, I made it fall off. What a genius am I. Editing the word junk, I don't know. Get all messed up now. Spike messed me up. Yeah, if it wasn't for Spike messing me up, which of course I can't blame him for, he's a dog. But now I am a total mess. I lost the middle. Oh my heck. Okay, found it. Found it. Okay, put it back on. You'd think this is my first, not my 5,000th time doing this. I'm usually so quick at it. I don't know. This is like, yay. You know, we're done. Put the pages on and look at that. Okay. Thank you. Page 3. Can we maybe pull it together now and stop acting like a maniac? Maybe. There we go. Oh, no. Torn edge. Very good. Check our up and down spacing. Looking awesome. Press and press. Got our spacing here too. Very good. Excellent. I will press this way more after, but right now we just want to get done, right? We want to get it done for you. Then we have the last, look at this thing, the last couple of things to finish up, and it is done. Yay. So happy. Oh, look what I did. You guys always make me forget. And it's not your fault. It's my fault. So busy jibber jabbering that I rip the tape completely off and say, oh, I'm so confident. Never do I say that. But you know what? Looks like it's going to be okay. Now that you're on the end, you can bring the page from in front of it to it to be certain that it is square. Delightful. Okay, hook thing. Do me good, please. Let's get this done. Yay, thank you. Make sure you're pushed. You're good. You're all the way down. Good. Okay, cool. I hope by doing all of the pages, I was in frame enough for you to at least see one whole page. I was just looking and I'm like, great, was I out of frame all the time? I hope not. Hope not. Spinning it so I can really press and press. Ta-da! So going backwards, I just put this here and I put a couple little bits and a couple cards. It's going to be a full walkthrough video at the end so that you know what the book is and what's going to be done, and then that will tell you if you want to watch the full tutorial. I love that. And you know what's even cooler is that at the end you'll put inserts in, and I'm wanting to use the paper punch so that the pretty edge will be coming all the way out and cascading. Love it. Okay, here. 2 things. 1, 2, 3. Be done. So, throw things around. Yay. Okay. So, I added this little berry piece. Here's this little green part on top of this bow with this red ribbon floating out. I don't like things to be very perfect and straight and all of that. So, and since this is wire, I can move this guy a little if I want, but that's for later. We're just going to glue this down like that and then have this guy coming out. There he goes. Down here. So let's glue I need glue all on this side, left. Yep, all on the left, because it's going to be sticking to the paper. I hope you were thinking partially to the right, because then the rest of it's going to stick off the paper. This whole thing can, and I can't really put glue on that wire. I mean, of course I could do anything I want to do, but, and I want to make sure that it's not covering Merry Christmas. Open, no glue, awesome. Now what I will be doing is putting this clamp on this so it really, really, really glues good. And on this side, we're going to put this. And I need to see exactly where. It's just a little ivory colored flower with a piece of red ribbon. Flip him up, add some glue. No, okay, sorry. Okay, and let it fall out of your fingers and naturally plant really nicely right where it should be. That's nice. Make sure we're not wet. Okay. So we got that going on. Now for the cover. Okay, well, this isn't going to be able to stay like that. So, fingers crossed. Just stays fine, fine, fine. So, I would normally clamp this, but I'm not going to because, oh, here it is. Okay, I have this flower. I have a whole box of pretty things here. All sorts of yummy goodness. Put you guys over here. Where are the bottom pieces? The bottom, here it is. Yes, here it is, she says. Where is here? Here. And where is the, I've got several ribbons, but I also have, yeah, some of this, which is what I was looking for. Okay, so bring the cover back here. This guy has been sitting with this really, really, really pretty red ruby on it. One side of this is weirder than the other, and it's the top, I think. I don't know. I just say it's like not even, but these are. What are you going to do, right? So, we're going to put one of them from here to here, and one of them from here to here. No, it should go this way. Here to here. We're going to put the bow on the top so it looks like a present. Isn't that cute? Eek, I'm so excited. And then I'm going to put this tag on it too. It says do not open until December 25th. What do you guys think? Is that the cutest or what? Some of this for several things. So trying to get my rope stuff. It is so wicked tangled. Okay. Hopefully that'll suffice. So take this guy first and find the end of this stuff. Twine stuff, sort of. Even it up a little bit. Going to stick it up here and back through, you know, a loop. Like a loop. Okay, so what we need to do is take our ruler. You obviously don't have to do this. You can eyeball it. I just don't want to. Honest with you, that's it. And this is 6.5, so the middle will be 3.25. Oh, I'm doing it to there instead of the brown, and that would be 3.25. Okay, let me look at it from the front. Spin it. Do the same on the back. Where's my 3? Oh, there it is, 1.25. Now this side. Okay, yeah, I wasn't even talking, so I was just concentrating on not being ridiculous. I don't know. So, okay, back to what we were doing. Okay, that up and down one goes first. Hope my glue didn't dry up. No, it didn't. Hooray! You. Glue, glue. Trying to just add enough glue. Sorry I was out of frame, but all I was doing was gluing. I don't want too much. I don't want to saturate it, but I want to make sure it stays forever, or as long as it wants to, or as long as somebody else wants it to. As long as everyone's happy, I should be saying. This I'm eyeballing. I was not about to start running around with the exact center. I figure if the sides both line up perfectly at the top and at the bottom, then that would be perfectly in the center, and they do. I have to be gentle because I don't want to squish everything out. That would be the worst. Okay, some glue on this guy. If you notice, I also don't glue very exactly to the edge because then it will squish out, and I don't use my bone folder to squish. I use my hands because if you use your bone folder, it will all ooze right out. Fact, trust me. And I can't put it on too thin. I've heard people, oh, if it's thin enough, it's great. No, if it's too thin, it dries before I even put it down. So that's not cool. My line is so faint on this side, almost blends in. Anyway, right, so I can't put it on too thin. I know if I use, so what I tried to do is I just press with my hands and I will press it. See, I pressed it too hard and it ended up with a slight leak. So sometimes I also rub it with a paper towel or some kind, baby wipe, paper towel, whatever. In case anything falls out, then I can do that. So, like I said, there it is. And this guy will go right here in the middle, well, higher because of the tag. So let's get some glue underneath here. I'm only going to go to here so that the little tails are free. I don't know, I just think it looks cute because they tend to flip up a little. And this is going to be quite a bit of glue. Although, you know, with art glitter glue, you don't need that much. Bring it a little closer. Plant it down. Look in the camera. I think it looks awesome. What do you think? Yeah? Now I'm going to have to hold this for a little bit here. Because I'm going to have to use the bone folder because I'm going to make sure we are good. I don't know how far I actually went. You see the cute little tails curled up, but is that good? Okay. And then this guy, I wanted to make into a little bow. I wanted to, or should I do that? Let's take a peek. I put it like this, put it like that with a bow at the top. It's hard to tighten because of that. I don't know if it'll look cute or stupid. Then why do you keep doing it? Well, because I gotta find out now. I won't be able to live with it until I know the truth. Will it be awesome or will it be the worst thing ever? Let's see. Stop it. Let's see. Okay, my bow does not want to pull all the way because the tails are too short. All right, now I'm annoyed. All right, never mind. Never mind. Change your mind. You could just have them hanging down. Well, here's what's going to happen. They're just going to stay hanging down, and this is going to get glued down. And then that is it. I will add some more little bits and pieces off camera because I don't know what they will be yet. Probably some flowers. And I will show you all in the final walkthrough. So that, my friends, this, that, this, and that concludes the 6 by 6. I say 6 by 6 even though the album cover is 6.5 by 6.5. Great, I got glue on the tag, got it off, cool. The pages are what's important in size, I think, you know. 6 by 6. 6 inches in paper is my favorite size because then if you use 12 by 12, you have 2 sheets, 2 halves, you got 4 6 by 6. So there you go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that I just can't wait to hear what y'all think. It's quite a journey, right? So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Stay awesome, everyone. Bye.